One, we're recording and we're live. I have no idea what this is doing. We're live. Hope everybody can hear me out there in the world. And there's Hart. She probably got her drink of water. Now she's back. Right, Hart? It's streaming. Okay. Problem is, I wanted to do 2 feeds. And I wanted to try it while I'm doing this. Sorry about that. What's this agreement? iTunes. Yeah. I agree. Let's see. Well, let me do 2 at once, or do I have to start that one first? Oh no. Let's see if it errors out. No. Still looks like it's working. Nope. Apparently, I can't do it. Interesting. It won't let me use the camera, huh? Preview capture. I'm gonna have to use 2 different USBs. All right, so we're gonna go off the live because I still want to work on how I want to use the camera. But we're here. We're trying to do live with 5amMesterScrum. And here we have our commentary over here. This is Hart, who is joining the show, apparently, really up close. And we'll go from there. So I'll be back, not doing live stream soon. And I just wanted to capture a little bit of it and see how it goes. Actually, let's just do the live stream. So I got the phone on the other side. If that's working, I can always just use that like I've been doing lately. All right. So 5amMesterScrum, we're up and early. I kind of talk low because I don't want to wake everybody up, right, Hart? That's your job. Yours and Bubbles. So just talk about, here's what we're doing 5amMesterScrum. Please subscribe. We're just growing. This is the 3rd show. I have the 2nd show in the hopper. I'm going to release that today from yesterday. But now we're doing live. So it's not only that, it's live. So we'll see how this all works. I have no idea how this live is going to work. Okay. So usually I talk about my daily scrum and what I go through, plan for the day, and how I do that so everybody knows how the daily scrum works. And then I talk about 1 or 2 topics that we're going to do in this daily scrum. And today, the 2 topics are talking about scrum. We'll go right into them because it's kind of crazy. Anyway, so yesterday, didn't do any I did some IT work. I tried to process this video through the Adobe package, and the video was a 15-minute video, and it took an hour to process. So it gives me an idea that I can't just take these videos at 5 a.m. in the morning, process them, and post them unless I do the live. So that's why we're just going to do the live, because we're going to find out if this is available for my friends overseas too, so they can learn from it and see us crazy Americans, right? I know you all think we're nuts. We are nuts. So I don't doubt that. So just for myself, I did some work yesterday, did some more drywalling on my kids' room, did the IT where we're sucking in the code. I did get the EIN registered for my other company that we're starting the museum, which I'll talk about later as we go. Lots of things on the backlog. And did my rollout of my works playbook, so they all got to see that. And we've been live for 4 minutes. Okay. Again, it took like 15-minute video take. It took an hour to process. So yeah, the idea of videotaping and putting stuff on it and posting up, this just ain't gonna work. So it's gonna be really live at 5 a.m. on YouTube, but I might have to get my other computer or another headset thing so I can record it in 2 different modes. Otherwise, that's not gonna work either. And so that's every for stuff I did yesterday. Like I said, the playbook went out. had a couple of meetings on how to update data, and they all agreed that they wanted some extra information. But it all went out. It went well. In an hour, 120 pages. I went through it, kind of gave them an overview of what's in it, because I'm just setting them up for a follow-up to go through them as an Agile coach. I just wanted to, here's a document. Go read it. Yeah, that doesn't work. I need them to practice it, and I need to see them practicing it. I just don't need to talk it. Right? So, Daily Scrum. So yesterday, my wife was telling me a story. It drives me nuts. I said, can you have your Agile coach please call me? And she's like, well, no, they're going Agile at her company. So I think it's this, I want to say, boom, right? Her company wants them to hold daily scrums, right? Oh, great, daily scrums, got daily scrums. But they want her to document what they do and that they actually held the daily scrum every day. Is that crazy or what? It doesn't match anything anywhere. It's so sad. And then you get these people, well, I'm an Agile coach. I know Agile. This is how I'm going to implement it. And they go tell people, now, when you have your daily scrum, you make sure that you document everything in the database so we can go back and check that you had a document. We need to know. We need to document daily scrum. We need to take notes. And it's not just our company, because I've seen it in many companies. We need to have an artifact, because we're going to go through compliance and make sure you held a daily scrum so you meet your process. That is the stupidest, dumbest, stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. And I always tell people that is just stupid. I outright do it. And they all look at me like, what? I said, no, it's stupid. There's no need to document a daily scrum. It's a 15-minute meeting. It's just supposed to set, what did you do the day before? What are you going to work on today? And communicate if you have any blockers and talk to your coworkers. It's just supposed to be fast, quick, and dirty. And so you don't spend time wasting time. And she says, we talk to each other all day long. And that's good. And I agree. And what they're supposed to be is just a checkpoint to make sure you're both working on the same thing through the day. And if you have any plans, like if she had plans to do the inventory today or something like that, just so that her coworker knows that she's going to do inventory or do all these testing or training things, that she's not going to be there, or whatever they may need their assistance to go help them. Anyway, so don't ever document your daily scrum. And if I ever come into your company and you tell me you have to take an artifact, I'm going to laugh at you. I'm just going to laugh, because that is so anti-Agile, and it's such a waste. I can't believe it. People are like, oh, I'm never going to hire him. But I'm like, I'm trying to save you time and money and just produce good code. One of the things is like working software over documentation. Tell me where documenting the daily scrum adds value to the product. It doesn't. It's a waste. It's just someone who wants to capture an artifact just to freaking capture an artifact. It's stupid. Okay, I'm off my hires of that one, but it's really bad. So the other thing, so I went off on a rant on that, right? Ooh, how long have we been doing this for? 8 minutes. Okay, so we're at the 8:40 minute for both the live and when I'm recording on my phone. And Art was there a little while ago. She's gone. Bubbles, you coming? No, guess not. Usually she's up. I don't know what it is. Must be the sound that I didn't live set up the ladder. If I did live set up the ladder, she'd be there in a second. Maybe it's too early for them. They just wanted to get fed by me and go home. Okay. So one of the other things I just want to talk about today is one of the next items that I have going on. I want to talk about blockers. And yeah, I have it in my book, my little book, my daily book. And I went through my list. And today's Friday at work, so they're not a lot. Well, everybody fills their schedule with meetings on Fridays, right? Because, hey, the calendar's open, so let's put 4 meetings on Friday. It's like, thanks. I usually use that day to do some catch-up work and some notes. But blockers, I go to companies and people are scared to post blockers up. I say use the system to its greatest extent. Blockers are in Rally, Jira. They flag it. Use the flags. And the reason why, it's there so everybody can see what it is, and you can track it in the database. But people are scared. Oh no, don't do it. They're gonna tell me, why'd you make a blocker and you brought up some bad things. Hey, look, people need to know when issues are blocked. Unless you're telling them every day, you need to flag it as a block so that it can get broadcast out. So the Scrum Masters can do their job. Your teammates will see it. How is this teammates they're going to know you're blocked if you don't put it up there? Managers, they always ask me, what's my job? Well, your job is to remove blockers. How are they going to see the blocker if you don't mark them blocked? Then that means everything's broken and we can't do it. This is, well, if we can't bring people to fix it, then you're going to sit there for 2 days waiting for stuff to happen. I've had many teams where I used to Scrum Master, and people would tell me 2 days later, well, I can't get access to the system. I'm like, really? Did you copy me? Well, I sent a request out to the help desk or whoever it was, and they didn't help me. It's like, okay, look, sometimes it's better having 2 people like email the organization saying, hey, if that doesn't work, they just go up to their boss and say, hey, my guy's unconnected. It's $100 an hour or whatever the rate their company's charging us to use them. It's 8 hours. It's $800. Do you have $800? Please fix your connection. So I just find it amazing how people are afraid. Maybe that's a trust factor thing. We could do a whole thing on trust. They always talk about trust. I used to always laugh at trust and, oh, it's a trust thing and why are we doing it? But it does have something about it. The people are worried that if they have blockers, it'll show that they don't know what they're doing. And that's not true. Actually, you are more aware of what you're doing and how you're doing it by identifying the blocker rather than maybe I'll fix it. It's not about you fixing it. It's about having people help you. And that's why we develop Scrum teams. Otherwise, you just stick in a stovepipe thing and you have to spend all months figuring out what you do. Sometimes it takes 15 minutes. And I'll give you a story about one. I had 2 people. Let me get the 2 thing. I apologize again. There's 2 coworkers. One works on one cube, one worked on another cube. Right diagonal from each other, right? They're both working on the same issue. They couldn't get some data to flow through one of the systems. They couldn't figure out what it was. And they're both blocked. And they're both working on it. It's been hours or days on it, right? So I brought it to their attention and said, oh, okay, at Daily Scrum, we kind of use the Daily Scrum. And they brought, yeah, I'm kind of stuck. I'm like, really? What is it? What are you trying to do? And I let it go for a little bit in the Daily Scrum. So Daily Scrum isn't like very rigid and say, you have to only say 3 questions. And the 3 questions, what did you do yesterday? What are you going to do today? And what are your blockers? And that's all you can say. And once you do it, you're done, you're off. You really want to talk about if there's a little something going on and a little bit of conversation, let it happen, okay? Be flexible enough to have a brief conversation, because the 2 kind of talked about the technical issue. And I was looking at the one developer and I saw the light bulb go off in his head. He's like, oh, I saw that switch and I didn't turn it on. Oh, so within 30 minutes after having that discussion, it's all fixed, right? Because they talked about it and they told each other they had a blocker, but yet they were working on it for a whole day because I had to bring it up. It's like, why are you still working on this issue? And I brought it up a Daily Scrum. And within 30 minutes, they fixed it. And these 2 work right next to each other. So when all these people, why do I got to have a Daily Scrum when I work right next to my coworker? Because you don't talk. You sit there and look at the computer and you don't talk to the person next to you and ask a question when you're stuck. That's why we do it. That, in case we need somebody like, hey, I coded the code, but Bob over here needs to go finish it. Well, tell him that you're going to be ready for him later today so that he can make room to do it and we can get it done. Anyway, I kind of ran it a little bit. We're at the 14.58 minute mark. I hope that was good. No cats today. Well, a little bit. We had a kitty cat. So it's just me and the content I provide. Hope those two little things helped you out. Next time, we're going to do more of the live YouTube. And I will say, this is really a test of just doing it, getting up, going, doing it. We're a little bit late because it's now almost 6 o'clock. So my 5 a.m. Daily Scrum has worked into 6, and I figured I would record it and all that kind of stuff. But you know what? I wanted to try the live and see how it actually works. So now I know. And I will say, just like demoing and trying things out and making the scrum, if I did not take little shots and hold myself accountable and demo, this is a demo, by the way. So when we get into the reviews of Scrum and all that kind of stuff, guess what this is? This is product going out and getting feedback from the customer, which is you and myself, because I'm watching how it goes and I'm learning how the process goes. If I were to wait until the last minute, spend days upon days contemplating what would be in it, my graphics, do all this extra activity, and then I would start cold turkey like Monday or this weekend or whatever, and try to do the live one of the, oh, we can't do live. It takes 24 hours for YouTube to let you do live. Well, that just blew a whole week's worth of work because we didn't know, right? So until you actually do it, you didn't know that. And then the whole thing about, oh, I can't use it, so now I got to get my other laptop or my other USB so I can have another source of data capture for other shows. Because I be honest with you, I have no idea what's going to be saved on YouTube. So with that, and I can't put the little graphics and the intros and stuff like that. Well, I probably can, but I don't know how to do that yet. We'll see. And this is why you demo. You demo every week. You take stuff, you share it with your coworkers, you share your work, you show them what you're doing, and you get feedback and you see how it works. Because if you don't do it and you do all this elaborate coding and programming and you wait to the last minute to put it, there's going to be one little stupid thing, whether it be a firewall connection, something that does not work. In every program I've ever seen, that always happens. Very rarely you spend all that time working on stuff, and when you turn it on, it works. It just doesn't work. Anyway, so this is it. This is the end of the 5 a.m. Daily Scrum. We went a little over. It looks like close to 17 minutes, but I wanted to do that little thing while we're doing the demos, and we'll add on. Please subscribe to 5 a.m. Mester Scrum, and we will be getting up earlier because we have to. Actually, I got up early at 3:30, and I said, that's crazy. Went back to sleep, woke up, it was almost 5. So that was bad. Anyway, take care. Thank you very much. And again, tell your friends to subscribe. I'll put it on LinkedIn. Go from LinkedIn, go on YouTube, subscribe, because I want to get the traffic going one day. Right now, everybody's not awake yet, so we'll see how it goes. All right, thank you. Take care. Bye. Happy scrumming.